And really, I think for all parents, we're just looking at, you look at the statistics that 40% or more of kids who identify, as transgender are going to try to take their life at some point. That is heartbreaking as a parent. And so you're just trying to know that your child is going to have difficulty ahead, but doing whatever you can to kind of build them up early and give them the tools that they need to kind of process what they're going through in a way that is going to help them, survive, basically. Definitely my most challenging and yet most rewarding job was becoming a mom. So now I am a proud mother of a 10-year-old who identifies as non-binary and goes by they, their pronouns. For Alex specifically, we looked at, age about 2.5, 3 years old, and you're learning what's a mom, what's a dad, what's a brother or sister, aunts, uncles, cousins, boys, girls, and kids are kind of trying to learn how to categorize. Every time Alex was asked what they were, they'd be like, I'm a girl. And we were like, what? In 3-year-old talk, that translates to girl. And so we're like, no, you're not a girl. And so I just kind of tucked it away. But when the pediatrician at the 3-year-old well-child check asked us if I had any concerns, and I said, my child really isn't getting this gender thing. Like, they're just really saying I'm a girl. I'm trying to explain it to them. I don't really know what to do as a parent. Like, how far do you let this go? Like, do I need to get it corrected? I really didn't know what to do at that point. So that's really when my education started too. We got referred up to the University of Iowa, initially the pediatric development department. And then we went on to the pediatric gender clinic and was diagnosed, with gender dysphoria, obviously. And that diagnosis came at about age 4.5. We're not talking gender reassignment. That does not happen. That is a fallacy. I've yet to meet a parent or anybody who has ever discussed even with anyone under the age of 18. So what we're talking about is pausing puberty to let these kids' minds develop and get a little bit older to be making the decision for how they want to develop in their bodies in the safest way that they can. And so puberty blockers and then eventually hormone therapy is the only thing that you see being given to any child. And again, you don't get puberty blockers until you have a child in puberty. We are looking at moving out of state. For our particular family, many states have passed legislation that are considered trans refugee bills for people who are being targeted in their states to basically come into other states and be able to be secured the rights and know that they have a safe place to live. And so really, I see it as I'm very much being forced out of the state. You're not allowing me the chance to care for my child in the way that I want to care for my child, that medical providers feel my child needs to be cared for, that my child wants to have care for. And it's heartbreaking. It really is. There's so many kids who are not going to get that treatment that they need. They're going to become more desperate, suicidal. They're going to have more issues, potentially be driven into more substance abuse issues, issues that would otherwise not even have to necessarily challenge them because they can't get the care and support that they need from their state and their community. We need to dig deep, and this is a need in our community that We need individuals to really step up and support financially. We need the services there to offer, and we've got competent organizations like the Project that are willing to step up and that are willing to handle the administrative end of it and handle that end of it. But they need the capacity, and with the capacity, they need the funding to do so.